Evening folks, we're just getting around to testing some of the steam locos that I've dug out over the last week or so from underneath the train board. That's the 0601, that's complete really. I've, as previously mentioned, added a modern new tender which I meant for the latest Mamod engines, not the MSS ones or the as were called Mamod ones, of course, which is virtually the same as the MSS ones. It does ride a little bit higher, but it's not too bad. Looking at putting a floor in it between the tender and loco at a later date. We're not going to use that one today because I'm waiting for the mess burners to come, which hopefully will be here tomorrow. That's cleaned up and everything, ready to go with the mess burner, and I don't want to dirty it up. So we're going to use the SL3 maroon one, which I've just got out. Anyway, as you can see, I'll just take you around the track. It takes up pretty much the whole house, and I've used all but one piece of track which is broke too much at the one end to use. I think there's another set of points somewhere, but I'm not sure. This is the front room. As you can see, there's plenty of paper around, mainly to protect the carpet a little bit, not that the carpet is that good. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of packing here and there. Most of the packing is just really there to give the track a little bit of stability on what is quite uneven floors. It's an old building, we don't know whether it's 1820 or 1870. Former brothel or an alehouse with a bit of a reputation. And so I've used every bit of track that I can, and here we are at Waterloo. Anyway, just take you back the other way. The floors are quite uneven because of the age of the building. It's never been jazzed up too much, thus the packing all done with cardboard, old boxes that I've kept for use on eBay but never used. Now here it climbs up here to this joint in the carpet, then drops, and roughly from this joint here down to about here, across the diagonal there, past the vise to the join, it's about 5, I'd say not quite to the join, a bit further back. It's about 5 feet and it climbs about 2 inches or so. There's a hell of a dip there, and after the dip it sinks that way, then starts to climb. So I've packed it as best as I can. I mean, it's only a very temporary structure. You might call that chat moss, but it's probably not as stable as chat moss. Well, I know it's not. So we're going to test it. We'll see how we get on. We're just going to see if the engines can make it up the inclines, and more importantly stay on the track. There's no radio control. Now, talking of radio control, I've just twigged something. The other engine, the green engine I've got, which is in a box all in bits, was thought to be my first green SL1 in the first train set I had. It has got a hole in the top of the buffer beam strike sole bar, which I presume somebody's put in a little 90-degree angle lever, a crank, for remote control. I've never done that to a Mamod, so that isn't my first one. The question is, where is the first one? I've got a funny feeling I sold it by mistake, because I had a few green ones. I think well, it's possible I had 3. Anyway, we'll just go through to the kitchen and we'll show you the maroon one. And there we are. It's quite nice condition, apart from the boiler paint there. It's gone. I haven't cleaned this up yet because it's not too bad underneath, so I'm going to use the solid fuel on this and we'll see how we go. There we go. Running quite steady. The track is not the smoothest it could be, but that's down to the floor more than anything. Not much regulator open. I'm running it on the newer waxed circular fuel tablets, which don't seem to last as long as the old type. By the time the pressure was up, even with hot water, I didn't get a brilliant run with it. Anyway, plenty of water left in, so we'll just put another couple of, well, 2 halves in. and she will climb light engine into the other room, but whether we can do it and keep it controlled and not come off is another matter. I doubt very well she'd make the climb with any wagons behind, but we'll try her in a moment to see how we get on. Here goes. Trouble is, if she doesn't make it, I've got to catch her at the end. No straights left at this point. Go on, go on! Slightly wonky bit of camera work there to grab her. We'll send her back the other way now. It is quite a lean at this end, to the right from where we're looking here. It would have been nice to add a few more straights, but I'd used them all. In fact, I wasn't too sure I've got so much track, to be honest. Anyway, we'll try the other way. She does seem to like to go backwards for some reason. I don't know whether the 060 is going to like those switchback curves there. Climbs now. What's she doing? Now, will she come off? She didn't like the points coming this way for some reason. Probably undulation in the track bed, as it were. She should make it at that speed. No, she doesn't like the points that way. There is a slight bit of twist there. It needs packing on this side. This one wouldn't pull its own weight when she was new. The cylinders were totally and utterly, well, knackered, for want of a better word. And it was a while after I'd had her, I got a new set of cylinders, put them on, and she's been fine since. But of course, like most of them, this one hasn't been used for about well, 20 years really. But you can see the difficulties I have in my place. The floor is quite up and down. Not too bad. And tomorrow I'm supposed to be having a visit from my nephew, who's got a loco just like that one he had for Christmas, and we're going to run them, maybe even the 060 if the meths burner turns up. Cheers all.